Wife blamed me for all her multiple emotional affairs because I was not being good enough. So I'll try and keep this as short as possible. My wife and I have been married for a year and 3 months. The first red flag would have to be her best friend who was her ex and also duck buddy who was an issue in her past relationship. He begs to be with her and bashes me. I was told he was only a friend and that she would never drop him as she's known him for so long. I only learned within the past month or so that they had an emotional history. About a week or two before we got married she had dinner with her ex and his parents and ended up sleeping at his house. She didn't tell me till after and didn't see an issue with it. We decided to rush and get married because she was leaving for the military and I was all ready, and so it seemed to make sense. When she came back for the holidays last year she got drunk and left her phone out. I wasn't trusting her, so I decided to go through it, and the first guy I found she was snapping she was flirting with, sexting and sending pictures. She blamed me and said it was because I wasn't being enough. Fast forward to this past spring, I was helping manage her finances and personal stuff since she wasn't able to. She was logged in on her iPad to her Instagram and she was DMing guys left and right from the base she was at. Her Snapchat score was also going up thousands per day. I eventually called her out on it and she came clean, but she saw no issue with it and got mad at me for making it a big deal. I only thought cheating was physical, and even though it destroyed me I let my ego pretend I was fine. I still think there was something physical, but I have no proof. She has a well-known to both of us problem with attention and validation, but she wants me to more play it up instead of her working on it. I've been so cold and resentful and I don't think I could ever trust her again with all that. I'm just a year. I broke it off and asked to separate, but she started threatening fake legal allegations and being childish financially and put me in ridiculous debt. I just feel stuck and I don't know if it's worth fighting for or running for the hill. I feel like it's a bad trend she will never let go, but at the same time I'm so terrified of the consequences of leaving her I've driven myself into a hole. Thanks for any help or guidance. You've got 2 reasons to divorce: marital infidelity and financial infidelity. Staying together because she's threatening you is no way to build a happy and healthy marriage. What this person said: you're being intimidated into staying with her. That debt is recoverable legally. You are being mistreated here. It is past time to get practical. You say she is in the military? Guess what organization really despises infidelity for either spouse? Yep. The military takes this stuff very seriously because infidelity creates chaos instead of order, and the military doesn't like their personnel to be in chaos. You don't have to rat her out to the CO at this stage, but there should resources like counseling that you could initiate with her that might make her realize that you could, potentially, make things very difficult for her if she doesn't seek therapy either with you or individually. Unfortunately, your situation is pretty common. If she can't see there's a problem here, then she maybe could be a closet narcissist. What seems clear is she does not you or any real marital boundaries. She's comfortable putting herself out there and reasons that if we don't physically fool around, it isn't cheating. In a very real way, emotional affairs are worse than physical affairs sometimes. They are harder to shut down, harder to prove, and harder for the WS to accept that it is wrong, especially if their emotional development is impaired, as in your wife's case. The bottom line is you can't be forced to be in a relationship that you don't want to be in. Therefore, the impetus to change has to be on you. Your wife appears to have a strong narcissist streak in her personality. These types have a hard time admitting fault and resist criticism, because they can't be wrong in their minds. Unfortunately, they tend to walk all over boundaries. It's all about control. She wants to keep you in a situation where you are twisting in the wind and drained dry. When she's done having fun, she'll discard you. Act. Separation of finances for starters. Go gray rock on her. Don't give her anything to manipulate you with. Seek legal advice about separation. Infidelity also puts your character into question. If you're willing to break your marriage vows, then they see you as a risk of breaking your oaths you swore when you joined the military. Vows and oaths are taken seriously in an organization built on tradition and history. So personnel who don't have a spotless record from breaking oaths are seen as tarnishing the uniform and a potential liability. If anything, you'll just be stonewalled from promotions or need to really go through a lot of hoops to be promoted. The first guy I found she was snapping she was flirting with, sexting and sending pictures. Fast forward to this past spring, her Snapchat score was also going up thousands per day. Do you see what you're doing? You gave her the go-ahead to keep using the exact thing you caught her cheating with before. It will happen again and again. Also, why is a married woman on Snapchat? Come on, bro. The cycle will repeat itself until you put your foot down and leave. You've signaled, albeit unintentionally, to her that she will continue to get away with it. Her behavior is ridiculous. You have been married for a very short time and I assume no kids. She has also been gone a good chunk of the marriage, I assume, because of her military commitment. I would not be surprised if she has been screwing other guys. Move on before it is too late. She's definitely not a good long-term bet for the future. Get a lawyer and divorce her now. Your lawyer can give you advice on how to handle her threats. Sounds like you are being held hostage. That is insane. Leave now or you will be so sorry. XGF was texting, flirting and sexting with others while in a relationship with me, then slept with someone else after our breakup. Now she's begging me to take her back and asking for a chance to prove her love to me. Hey, this is my first post on this sub, but since I posted this a few times on other subs, I will try to make it short. In the relationship she hurt me often, to be honest. She was texting, flirting and sexting with others. She had contact with her ex and she once slept at a friend's house after telling me she is at home. She always promised to stop, but it went on for months. I was blinded by love and forgave her everything. We worked past that, forgot the past, started new, and everything was going good until she broke up out of nowhere. She has depression since I know her, so I thought it must be because of that. 2 months later she asks for me back. She says it was because of her depression. She looked me in the eyes and swore nothing physical happened, but that was a lie. She slept with someone only 1 month after breakup. She says she missed me all the time, but she thought she can't fix it, and so she tried to forget me by doing that. I was so hurt, so I sent her home and told her it's completely over. I then realized I still love her, so I told her I'd give her another chance. When she texted me the first time after the breakup, she asked for a chance to prove me her love and to fight for me no matter how long it takes, so I gave her this chance. The problem is she did basically nothing. She only texted me a bit saying she loves me and she will forever love me, but that's it. I expected her to maybe visit me randomly or tell me how she wants to fix this, but when I asked her about her plan of how she wants to fix this and how she wants to regain my trust, she said she doesn't know how to do this. The texting got less frequent. She said she is struggling with her depression and she doesn't want me to feel bad because she feels bad. She texted me she will love me forever, but only every few days. Now the last text was more than a week ago and she hasn't texted me since. I mean, why does she say she wants to fight for me, but she does basically nothing besides texting me? Now she doesn't text me at all. As you can tell, I still love her and I would love to take her back, but the fact that she slept with someone in that time is killing me. I know it's not cheating because we were not together, but it still feels like it. Also, she lied to me about it, so now I know what a good liar she is. Looking back, I don't know how many times she might have lied to me. There was an occasion where I thought she might have cheated on me, and now where I know she is a good liar, who knows if she ever did. So as I said, she promised me to fight for me but doesn't text me anymore for more than a week. I would love to take her back because I realize I can't live without her, but I also can't live with what she did, but on the other side it's not cheating, so I don't know what to do. I just got these pictures in my head. Any advice or comments on that? Don't sell yourself cheap, dude. You are better than this. Forget her like she forgot you. Too late, he is willing to sell himself for free. There is no buyer, lol. She wants you to be stuck in limbo. Leave now with your emotions still intact and use this relationship as to what not to expect when looking for a healthy one. You will find happiness elsewhere. Someone that won't lie and make empty promises. OP, one thing I've learned in this life is that sometimes when someone says they love you, they are just trying to manipulate you. The problem is, it's a very effective method, especially in your case where you want them to love you like you love them. The truest test of a person's love for you is in their actions. You note that when you were together with your ex, she was texting, flirting and sexting with others. She had contact with her ex and she once slept at a friend's house after telling me she is at home. These are not the actions of someone who genuinely loves and cares for you. My advice? Ignore her. You're being played. I did the same when I was younger, also blinded by love. If you act like a doormat and let her lie, cheat, etc. with no repercussions, it's going to continue to happen. Also, if she can use mental health as a scapegoat to treat you like trash, that's major red flags as well. Go find yourself a queen. Stop being a doormat. Worldwide comments of the day. Wait, she is the one who says she finds him physically unattractive, is laying the groundwork to justify her cheating, all while he breaks his back building a life for her for 10 years. And Reddit thinks it's him that needs to put more effort in? First story, a lot of red flags. Maybe she cheated on him emotionally or physically and she thinks the cake is sweeter. Why the hell did she marry him? Interestingly, the second OP and some of the commenters on her post are mistakenly saying her BF doesn't understand the value of money when the opposite is true. Her complaint about him is not that he is a spendthrift or extravagantly wasting money he hasn't worked for, which would show he doesn't value money, but that instead he doesn't want to spend it on her or even really himself. She needs to realize just because he has inherited wealth she isn't entitled to him spending it on her or their relationship, and accept that he is really just a cheap guy. If she doesn't like this, just leave him. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and relatable Reddit videos.